Hello and welcome back to the next episode of our blind Let's Play of The Outer Worlds. You join us here on the Unreliable in the airspace over Monarch. We've got 3 quests we need to start working on here. So I guess no time like the present. I think we're actually going to get rid of Felix and take Vicar Max because his quest is here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and keep Pavardi. I do like her. Alright, here we are in Stellar Bay. And we earned a trophy for something fishy. Okay. Interesting. Whoa, I don't think we should jump down there. Should probably find an elevator button. I don't know if that did us any good or not. Ah, here we go. He doesn't look very happy to see us. Hopefully this is going to go well. No, let's... Nope, let's put our guns away.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Okay.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain VG.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Oh, well, that's good for them. I'm going to have a look around town if you don't mind.
Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Well, that depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
All right, wow. Okay, we step off and we already have a mission here. Other than the ones that we had before we got here. Are you guys friendly? I hope so, because I'd really rather not get into any fights. Found the yacht club. Let's go in. So there's... Ooh. Who are you?
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding. All over the place. Trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Excuse me.
Don't interrupt. It's rude.
Oh, sorry.
But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
VG, are you always this drunk?
If you think this is drunk, I gotta, you need to get out more. Sit, partake, buy me a drink, and let's chat.
I'm told you can get me some information about a broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure, what do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinoid? That's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Sure, I'll be back. Gravy. And that's going to be our guide?
Well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the Iconoclasts or some such.
What happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
Why is this place called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
Very true. Nothing else right now, thank you. Alright, well, it looks like we need to go get her some caffeine wake-em-up pills. Or, well, undrunk pills. Guess you could call them. Huh. I wonder what that place is. Monarch. Can I go in here? Oh, well, there's Celia. Can I talk to her?
Get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? You having money troubles?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Maybe I can talk to him for you.
Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that You met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Okay, I'll talk to you later then. And you?
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Dude, settle down.
Posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Sure, that's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
No, I'm just looking for the information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
If you're free of the other corporations, why would you want to bring them back?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Well, it sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, so what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Well, this lady seems to know what's going on.
It's true. Our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Oh, the Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
And where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
I'll see what I can find.
So taciturn, so dour. I'll be waiting with bated breath. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, I can do that, but before I go, I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
I met Grimm, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Yeah, I have a question about the MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
Yeah, how did you get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
You mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Using the board's own tools against them. It's quite clever.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Yet here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
But why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
And why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Alright, well, let's talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
I have to go. Interesting. Can I ask her about this,
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
No. Grimm asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grimm wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Okay. Thank you. Alright, well, looks like we have places to go. Alright, well, let's take a look at our journal. What all do we need to do here? Passion pills. We need to get those. The Grimm tomorrow. We need to do that. Retrieve the missing passcode. That's for Lilia. And the bolt. That's for Pavarti. And this is for Vicar Max. I don't think we're anywhere near Vicar Max's. Well, maybe we are. Let's go see if we can work on his quest as we explore the town. It's quite big. No, I guess it's not. It's actually the Wildlife Emporium.
Right here.
Interesting. Let me let's check our map. Where is his stuff at? It's just out, huh? Oh, all the way over there. Okay, well that's quite a distance from where we're at. So let's go back. Let's work on, let's see where that's at. Still out. And is it out even further? Can we like zoom out? It doesn't say. Just that we need to go to Stellar Bay. Alright. Oh, let's head over this way. We do need to pick up those caffeine pills for our guide.
Someone's been killed.
Wait, what?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Okay. Lower one on the right. This is left. Yeah, you're good. Can we? Something's leaking from the upstairs apartment. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Alright, nothing to, just some flavor text it seems. Alright, well let's see if we can find this apartment.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. We've got our victim. Let's figure out what, here we go. This betting slip lets some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. Is from the left field tossball betting. Okay. So, did he owe money? Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and color, were stuffed into this suitcase. So he must have been getting ready to leave. Maybe he owed people money and they decided to come over and do him in. So he might not have been able to pay back whatever it was he owed. Alright. Let's go check over this way. Is this still here in Stellar Bay? Or do we need to leave the area? What's this building? Oh, who are you guys?
Velma's capable of running the warehouse. She can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid. Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Yeah, I've been asked to pick up some caffeinoid supplements.
And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
It's for Nicola.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
There must be some way she can, that I can increase her allotment.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Supply room?
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
And where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the Flower of Enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
The Flower of Enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Right, I guess I'll have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
Okay.
Warehouse, she can certainly pick up her
Can I talk to you?
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing,
So,
But you stop by anytime.
do I have to go get his key to get in here? Ooh, just an out. I mean... Alright, fair enough. I guess I can just do that. Huh. What? Alright, I think she just gave us the keys, so this should give us what we need. I hope. Oh, yep, right there. There we go. Well, I'll probably search his body anyways. Might as well. Just because I've got what I need doesn't mean I shouldn't continue on with the rest of it. So the toss ball betting. Here we go.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths.
Oh, they're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you?
Well, I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Alright, thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Alright, so Elijah and his gang over behind the yacht club. Ooh, looks like we have a proper little mystery on our hands here. Let's see if they're here and if they have anything to see for themselves. And I guess I can't go that way. I was kind of hoping I could.
What are the chances?
Through here maybe? Maybe, no, it is not. Maybe we need to go through the bar all the way through.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
Can I get through here? No, what is that? Okay. Is that another bathroom? Yes, it is. Ooh, I will take that. Nobody's looking. Excuse me. Any way through back here? Or is this just an up? Ah. Ooh. Alright, oh, you guys are standing right there. Okay. Excuse me. Can I... How are they on the other side? Ah, there we go. Over here. Well, I'll just make my own way through. Ah, I see how it goes. Alright, dude.
Who the fuck are
Wait a
you?
minute.
This ain't your alley.
Alright, yeah, I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to
Hey,
you.
what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
Well, I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I'm making it my business.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly?
I think you've bullied people long enough. If you know what's good for you, you'll clear out and never come back.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Alright, well, looks like we've gotten rid of them. So let's go talk to the person we need to talk to. What?
Please, will someone help me? My boy
What?
is in trouble.
What?
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Alright, calm down, take a deep breath, and tell me what's going on.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. How can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Well, I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Oh, good gravy, what have we stumbled onto? These people are slightly batty. Alright,
Mr. Vicar, do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? For that ocean stink?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes and go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Gee, these
Of
two.
course you do.
Alright, let's get in here and tell them about the dead guy.
A fine day for business, isn't it? Anyway, what can I do for you?
Yeah, Isaac Rose is dead, and I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Elijah and his hooligan friends. I ran them out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Alright, well, I need to go. Nice, and we leveled up as well. Ooh, this is actually kind of a pretty little planet in a weird kind of way. I've just been looking at the buildings. I didn't actually look up at the skyline over the buildings. Alright, well, what else do we have on the agenda? Sure. I think we can go and speak with Velma. That seems like it's going to be here in town as well. And then I think we will probably, oh, that's the field. Okay. Like, where in the heck did we end up? Ooh. Cool. Sure, let's go up here and see what's going on. Oh, nothing much. Just an upstairs view. Can we bobble through the town up here? No, doesn't appear to be very far. Kind of weird. Surprised there was nothing up there. And now we are stuck back in behind, huh? Ah. A plasma carbine. Maybe that'll come in handy. But for now, let's go ahead over to the warehouse. Let's see, can we get out over up here? Yeah. There we go. And it seems like it's all the way on the other side of town. Can I go through here? Oh. What is this place? Oh, ammo. Nice. But just a big empty room. Interesting. Huh. Alright, well, one of these days we're gonna get caught stealing. Too many Skyrim Let's Plays. As part of the Thieves Guild, we're just thieving our way through the galaxy here.
Hey, Velma,
All right.
got your cannabinoid pills.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
What are you talking about? Who's Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
I guess, if you say so.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments.
Sure.
Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
Yeah, what about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
And you said Braxton's been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Why didn't you turn him in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get this all tuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Alright, well, I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So, it's about money.
Damn right it is.
You still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
You're just giving his poster away. Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Work with me here. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Sure. Alright, well, let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
I'll talk to you later. Alright, so we can get the poster a little cheaper from her if we go find Braxton. Oh, good gravy, I've gotten myself lost in a building. Like, that doesn't normally happen. Jeez, this place is ginormous. You're just a worker. Alright, we need to find the apartment buildings. So let's mark our journal here. There we go. The secret people. Interesting. So the apartment building was over this way.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match?
No thank you, Vicar Max. I think we are good. I think this was it here. Yeah. Seems like he's upstairs.
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball.
Yeah. Who are you? You're just a resident. Wait, is he downstairs? No, he's got to be upstairs, right? Yeah, he's upstairs. Alright, fair enough. Right here.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Relax, no one's in trouble. I'm just looking to have a friendly chat with him.
Oh. In that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Alright, that's all I needed. Whoa. Okay.
Dead, right?
I don't know. But I think we will go and search this house in the next episode. So thank you so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.